You know, in for a little, in for a lot, right?
You expecting this one?
I'm moving this.
When I held you
It's
off
in my
last
way.
week, you been expecting this?
Here, I'm gonna go there.
Come in.
Here, can I get right there? No, you're good.
Come in.
Thank you.
Hold a second. Get the slide. Look on the other side of the line.
You're good.
All right, what is your response to Robert Schuler Smith showing up today?
Well, he's a citizen of the county. If he wants to come to a press conference I'm having, he's welcome anytime. I think he should have been having his own press conference, frankly. Look, he's bragging about 4 out of 10 counties in 2010. These are 2013, 2014 dates, with multiple crimes happening after the habitual offender plea bargains were made. He should be having his own press conference, standing up for the people of Hinds County and saying, this is wrong, it cannot continue, and the judges cannot be allowed to do this.
He says these guys are wanted in other counties and that he shouldn't be the only one held accountable.
Well, we live in Hinds County, that's where Clinton is. My specific interest is right here. 3 charges for auto burglary in Clinton after the habitual status was dropped. 4 residential burglaries in Clinton after it was dropped. I'm not the mayor of these other counties. You're responsible for your own county. Take responsibility, as leaders do, or just say, look, this is the way we think we ought to do business. But the people have a right to know, because my city can be a safer place if the judicial system will work. And that's my point here. If the judicial system will work, if you will take these guys who are habitual problems and put them in jail where the state statute allows them to be, we all walk safer streets. How do I explain, after the habitual charges are dropped here and here, how do I go back to these 3 and 4 residents and explain what happened? These 2 here, all I'm asking for is that you not bargain away the habitual status.
Mayor, we're talking about these.
He called it a political attack.
Well, he's absolutely wrong. A political attack would be me saying stuff that isn't true. Me bringing you information or not providing you information that I'm talking about that isn't so. I've given you every bit of information. You know, there's that old saying that, you know, if the heat's too hot, get out of the kitchen. But the point of this is somebody in Hinds County has to stand up, and the mayors need to do so to protect their cities. And if the county judges, the circuit judges are going to allow this to continue on, and with the agreement and the plea bargain agreement of the DA's office, somebody's going to stand up and say, no, no more. We're not going to allow this. We are going to point this out. And then let the chips fall where they may. We'll let the court of public opinion decide if this type of behavior is satisfactory or not.
Mayor, we keep talking about these 4 specific guys, but do you think they're indicative of a bigger problem?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I bet you that if the mayors of other cities would step up and do this, you'd find a lot of things like this. And they're all out of Jackson. Now, I'm doing it because we have these 2 that we know of recently. I bet you in 5 months, 6 months, we could do it and we'd have more up here. Okay? We could probably go back in time and find more. But these are the ones that we are currently addressing. And frankly, as a mayor responsible for the safety and well-being of this city, I don't know the district attorney anything that he hasn't already, where he's already had the chance to address it, and in my opinion, failed to do so.
Serving as a supervisor in Hinds County, you've dealt with the Hinds County judicial system before. Do you think it's always been a problem, or do you think it's it's more of a problem now than it was before?
I can speak from 2008 when I was a supervisor. It was broken then, and I complained about it then to the various media outlets that were here at the time. And we brought up incident after incident after incident. I don't know that it's any worse or any better. I just know that it still is. And if we're going to be safe here, and if people are going to be able to go home and be safe in their homes and on their property, we need to put people behind bars who are habitual problems. That is just common sense and logic. And to do so is a failure of the judicial system. If the DA doesn't think it's his fault, or the judges don't think it's his fault, that's just, they're all part of the system. Find the answer. Make it stop. And make this a place safe for us all to live. It's just that simple.
So you're not blaming anyone specifically, it's more over just the system itself?
I don't know that I named a name. I think I talked about the Hinds County judicial system. If he wants to take offense and make it personal, that's up to him. Maybe there's a reason for it. Generally speaking, if you haven't done anything wrong, or you haven't done anything that you're embarrassed about, you'll let people say what they want. I think there's a cause here, and I really believe that. And I'm willing to stand up for at least my city and be one of the spokesmen for the Metro.
Now, I know that you've said this isn't a political attack, that this is about the safety of your city, but do you feel like with an election coming up that Hinds County would be better in other hands?
I'm not interested in that. That's up for the voters. The voters will make that decision, and they'll decide based on the merits of all the candidates that are involved. I'm concerned about my citizens. I'm not going to hold something off because it's an election year and do it next year, or hold something back or anything like that. This is what we're facing today. I've got 7 residents who have been violated because of a habitual offender offense being dropped, and I am not going to wait till after an election is over and then bring it up. The chips fall where they fall. That's just the way it is.
Thanks, Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.